Oh, we are live. We are alive. We are alive and kicking, and I just could not wait to get back in the composer's studio. Because I've been listening to a lot of Joe Hisaishi, a lot of Ghibli music to prepare for this particular project. And I'm feeling good. Feeling really good. Now what I'm gonna do is post on the media social keep a little rhythm going while I do that. Please connect. Thank you. Posting on both. Here we go. Posted and posted. All right. Let's remember what this artwork is. Shall we? We've got this lovely scene. It's very misty. You know what? I didn't really comment on that last time, but it is misty out there. Let's see if we can figure out a way to integrate that. Add that to the list of adjectives I've got going on here. Boop. And maybe we'll wait just a sec for anybody to trickle on in. That's going to... Yeah, nobody in here just yet. One viewer. Hey. Hi, howdy. Hope you are doing well. All right, let's actually get cracking here. So last time we wrote 3 different versions of a motivic idea to give us a breezy drifting leaf sort of thing to go with this image. And I thought this time we would try to do a few versions of whatever the brisk chase idea is gonna be for those 2 brothers fleeing over the bridge. First I want to review, I remember that version 2 I think was my favorite of the motives, or the melodies that we eventually landed on. Yeah, pretty good. Maybe we could have a little bit of breath here. And lift. Oops. Lift. This should be short, as well as slurred. Oh, come on now. Let's have my keyboard where it will input stuff correctly. Thank you. There we go. Good. And maybe even here we have a little lift. That one's full length. Slur, hold, da da, be da da. Both of those, probably. Yeah, that's good. We had this other, what was version 3 doing? Yeah, a little more swingy, folky. Not quite right. Not quite as charming and flitting over the wind as version 2. And then what did we do for version 1? It's got a little folky here at the end. There's not a lot wrong with the first bit though. In fact, we could change it to mimic what we ended up going with in version 2, right? But with a slightly different continuation. And then this could be the start of like a different variation. There's something there. Let's go ahead and now what would be great is if I remembered how to make these node heads a different color. I will look that up briefly. 2 viewers, a whole 2 people. Welcome, new person. We're writing some music today and every day. Dorco node head color. Meow meow meow. No, that's not right. I'm sure this is not very riveting viewing. Change the node head design of individual node heads. Edit, node head type, node head design. Okay, so if we go back over here, we got crosses, diamonds. I just want to turn these a different color to oh wait, I remember it was in this menu. That's right. Hold on. It was somewhere in here. It was somewhere. Oh man. Color. Brilliant. Okay, we're gonna turn these a beautiful color to indicate that we probably want to use that. And actually, let's turn them a better color. Nice and bright, nice and visible. Okay, great. Maybe even a note to self. Use this to start a new variation? Question mark. Okay. But that was the last time, and this time we want to generate a second idea that's gonna go with these guys kind of fleeing across the bridge. I want this to be a Merry and Pippin getting away from Farmer Maggot sort of thing. It's got to be lighthearted, but have a lot of forward momentum. Make a note of that. Lighthearted, but forward momentum. And still windy. So part of what we landed on last time was that the rhythmic identity of this whole bit of music, which this is only going to be 90 seconds, by the way, at most. That's a requirement of the competition. This is for. We decided that the rhythmic backbone needs to feel breezy and windy, right? So for this first motive, it was sort of like I was trying to capture just sort of like at leaves drifting down, and then here for the chase idea, we want something that has windy or brisk or breezy forward momentum to paint these brothers crossing over the bridge. And what the heck tempo did I set? I set 138. Can I have a click, please? I would love... There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay, so that's got a lot of... Okay. What we're going to do is what I call a 5-3 exercise. Talked about this last time for those of you who are new. For any sort of musical purpose that we've identified, which is like, hey, okay, we need a chasey kind of thing that's lighthearted but moves forward. That's a musical purpose that we've identified. We're going to write 5 motives that could potentially develop into that idea. A motive is sort of the shortest musical building block. Not yet a melody, but something that can be strung out into melodies as a motive. 5 of those, 5 different motives. Pick the one that we like best, and then write 3 different versions of the melody. And that's what we saw here, right? I ended up using this little motive here, and then I tried to spin it out into 3 different versions, and then the second version is the one that I ended up liking best. So we'll probably be working with that for the final piece. We're going to do that again, all that again, but for a windy, lighthearted thing with forward momentum. So it's got to run there's a French form that shows up in Bach. Whoops, what am I doing here? I moved my keyboard and now I can't input anything correctly. Very silly. Okay. In Bach, in the French and English, in the French suites, you'll see this this form, a courante. Courante means running, or to run. So maybe something like that will show up here. Okay. We'll just start there. Just sort of repeating it twice. And this is dotted. Okay, that's one potential motive idea. Okay, what's another one? We had to get stuff out of our head and then pick something that turns out to actually be good. Nope. Eighths. Nope. Okay. And actually not a long one, but a break. Yeah, we get to get sort of this skipping thing, right? You could continue skipping down. Something like that, maybe. We'll turn those a different color to indicate that I do not care about them. That's just a potential finish to that motive, but it's not really part of the original motive. Okay, that's 2. That's 2. What is a third? Actually, let's go to this mode. What was a third thing? Oh, we should probably inject some more bars of separation here. Just separate these ideas. Okay. And if anybody can identify what, like both of these, I think, are deep memories of like maybe Dvorak. Maybe the New World Symphony is coming out here. If anybody out there is familiar. I think so. If you recognize that, let me know. Okay, a third lighthearted, brisk running thing with forward momentum. Start on C sharp. Just because. I mean, why not? You could repeat that. You could sequence that. You could. That's something. You know, they're going over a bridge in this image, so we could have something that sounds like it's like going, you know, up and over, or maybe, you know, leaping over something horizontally. How would I capture that? The leap would be like this would be sort of a leapy bit, so they would have this sort of skipping thing, which I did like. What is that? Nope. And eighth notes, please. Eighth notes, please. Meow, meow. That's gonna end up being over here. Dot this. Ba ba da ba ba ba. That's something. Of the 4 so far, I like that best. That's why we iterate. That's why we do 5 different versions, because the first one, it has some of the DNA of the right idea in it, but we had to write the second one to get more of the right idea in there. Now we're cooking. Now we're getting someplace. Okay, we need more bars. Anybody have any questions out there? Please, please ask. I'm here to teach as well as to get work done. Or teach. I mean, strong word, but share about what I'm doing. Okay, fifth version of this running idea. Lighthearted, brisk, chasey. So we did something here. I like the way that this one. Oops. Gets sort of a running start and then jumps and then lands. That's very appropriate. That's exactly what I wanted out of that. I was just thinking, like, what if we tried to write a motive that feels like it's being chased? Oh, I mean, we gotta do it to him. Fugue comes from fugere, which means to flee. So it would be appropriate to do something fugal with this kind of idea to show that it's running away. It's very, very tempting. It's like my carcinization, right? Instead of everything evolving into crab, every piece turns into fugue. Okay, what would be something that's running and feels a little more urgent? Feels like it's being chased, but like, how can it be both urgent and lighthearted? I guess is a musical problem to solve. I used a lot of the A sharp to A natural cross relation in the first idea, so maybe something like that in this idea would tie the two together in a nice way. So it would be like, no, that's a little, especially on the organ sound, which won't be the final, by the way. Organ we're just using because it gives us 3 staves in the document, so we can do sort of a foreground, middle ground, background sketching process. And also, it's precisely because, well, for 2 reasons. So one, the organ can sustain sound for the full pitch length. So if we're writing a dotted half, you're going to know exactly how long in time that sound will last, whereas a piano sound begins to decay immediately, so you're not getting a true representation of what you're writing. And then the other reason is for orchestrational purposes. If I'm using a piano sound as my default to sketch on, that sort of restricts me from being able to imagine the piano in an orchestrational purpose, right? Because it's like the sketch instead of part of the ensemble. So because I know that the organ isn't going to be involved in any way, and because it can sustain tone, that's why we're using it to sketch the music and understand its function before we start to do the really cool part of orchestrating. I imagine this is going to be sort of a charming solo violin kind of thing here. That would be very, very nice. Anyway, I'm stalling. I got to get a 5th motive out, even though I like number 4 a lot. It's called a 5-3 exercise, not a 4-3. Okay, so what if we could lean up. Boom. we didn't do the cross relation. What if we did? And maybe now that's interesting because it also calls back to the end of our first idea. So the DNA is sort of in here. So maybe in the real version is going to end up being we might end up involving some interesting combination. How would we combine these? Oh, sorry. Keep that as it is. We'll copy it over here. Now we're gonna sort of tweak it to slide into the back half of this. So now we get this. Something not quite right about this arpeggio. That's odd, but not in a terrible way. I don't like the lower chromatic approach to the note we're leaning on. That could be nice because it's like we're outlining the E minor triad and then coming right down. It goes by quickly. Da, da, da. I want to echo this dotted rhythm. Ba, ba, da, ba. Yep. Ba, ba. Ba, ba, da, ba. Ba, ba, da. So now we have this. Boy, that goes by quick. What am I singing at? Got my handy dandy metronome watch here. We're gonna tap it in. Okay, that is only about 104, 105. So we're gonna do tempo, please, not chord. Quarter dotted equals 105. A little faster, please. Still want that running urgency. That was a little lazy. Let's find a happy medium here. Let's get the metronome out of the way. Yeah, it's because I'm doing that lift there that it's less audible. And does this, I mean, is this the full, just like the full bar? Maybe. Okay. Maybe we can make that. Well, not that one. Yeah, something like that. I'm not 100% convinced, but it is an interesting meld of these two that we liked. That's a really fun. This one's fun. This one has a little bit of drama, a little bit of urgency. And then this one's got, it's a little less dramatic. Okay. We gotta move forward, and let's go back to our page view to organize ourselves a bit better. Do we have, yeah, all these were on one staff before, so let's get all of you into the previous system, please. Thank you. Space, okay, how do we do on motor? We did 3 per last time. Let's move you to the next system. I do want all of you to be visible. Oh yeah, this one is short. Let's put all of these in the previous just for fun. Okay, yeah. So now we can see all of our ideas in one place here. Now I can look at the journey we took from here to here. This, I mean, yeah, this one has more interest. It has more going on. We've got some interesting, different ideas. It's interesting that this and this turned out so similar, actually. These are sort of in conversation with each other, and maybe because I remember how to put things in color now. Maybe. Oh, wait, what's this on the right mode? We're gonna make these the same color to show that they're kind of related. They're kind of related, those ideas. And this too is actually kind of related to those, right? Right? It's a related idea. Any questions out there? Bueller? So now we've selected, oh, a third viewer. Hello, welcome. I'm writing 3 different melodic continuations of this motive that we landed on for sort of a chasey thing surrounding the brothers running away over the bridge portion of this art. That's what we want to try and capture musically. So we're doing something kind of lighthearted and chasey. Let's go down the arpeggio. And actually, they can't stop. They can't stop. They're running away. So we'll actually do. We'll actually keep this idea sort of running forward. We'll sequence. Maybe this is a long note. Dot this. Maybe this feels a little trite at the very end, but my mantra lately is to try and accept anything that's at about 70% satisfaction, because I'm good at polishing. We can always make it better. We gotta make, as long as we make sure the core of it is 70% good, that's enough to get it to 90 eventually. We could even just stop there. No, we can't stop there. I like better. We'll lean. Boom. Bum. I like this better. Staccato that. We could have it sort of clipped, or we could have it a little more legato. Or yep. Anybody have an opinion on which they like better? Or it'd be a nice textural difference actually to do all of it sort of clipped and then slur this one. Maybe this to predict the slur. Maybe something like this. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But now we got to do a second version. Three versions of M. Version 2. The other thing I want to check, actually, and I think it does. I think this is... Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, I did end up using this. Hey, look at that. We did it anyway. All right, so this got its druthers after all. Wonderful. Okay, I'm feeling even better about version 1. The other thing what I was about to say is the other thing I want to make sure happens, and this already does this, so I'm confident, is that this theme, this chasey theme, communicates with the breezy one for sort of this setting the scene. So we need this. We need that to feel like it's in the same world as this. Yeah, I think so. They have enough of the same DNA that they're not going to feel too out of whack. Good. I'm excited about how this is progressing. Okay, 2 more versions of this motive. What else can we do with this? We could do sort of this hemiola thing. Oops. Do dun 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 dun. Bottom. Okay. And let's go ahead and then this. Dot. Oh. One, two. Give us a bunch of bars, please. One off. Maybe not repeating verbatim. Maybe we'll transpose that. Yeah, it's not right to repeat it verbatim, but sort of maintain interest doing it that way. That's something. That's something. I think I still like our first version better. But this hemiola idea, and hemiola, for it's your word of the day for anybody learning, is when you you have 1 meter going and your material pretends to be in another for a moment. So in this case, we have a 6/8 feeling, 1 2 3 2 2 3 1 2 3 2 2 3 1 2 3 2 2 3, and for a moment we're pretending that it's 3/4 notes instead. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. That effect is called hemiola. Now you know. So this hemiola thing. It's fun. It's fun and energetic, and I think it's good for the middle of this melodic section rather than the main melodic idea. I think it has propulsion to it that is valuable for us to use in the middle of the section to keep things fun and interesting and moving. Whereas this has enough juicy melodic interest to it to give identity to the section, so it could be at sort of at the front of the brisk section. Like imagine repeating this a couple of times. And maybe the third or the fourth time we start to get this effect in it. Now we're familiar enough with this motive that the hemiola gives us a nice freshness that we wouldn't otherwise have. So I think let's make a note to ourselves. This hemiola is cool, but belongs in the middle of the section, not the beginning. Okay. Now we're trying to put together a third version. Oops, up there, please. What comes after this? Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Ba. Bum. That's kind of a That's okay. That's playful. It's got forward momentum. It's got a little bit of urgency because they are being chased. What do you think, chat? Yeah, I think that's okay. It's definitely meeting that 70% criteria. 3 versions of M. Version 3. Okay. Do I like it better than number 1? I might. Now, the other thing we could do, we could do a hybrid version, because we can still keep this that we like so much. We could do that instead. No, not quite, because we already land on this F sharp, so this doesn't really take us anywhere else if it just goes up and then back down to F sharp. Now, if we change that one note, no, na da da, na da da da. Yeah, it just doesn't, no matter how we tweak it, it's not quite coming together, which is okay. It was worth trying. Worth trying that opportunity. Okay, so I think that means that we've got three solid versions of our second second section main idea. Let's hear all of them through while we take a look at this artwork. So going back to the art, this bit of the piece is going to be about the capturing the brothers running over the bridge. And to recap, what we want is something brisk, something chasey, something that's lighthearted but has forward momentum, that still feels like the wind. That was an important element, is that this version still feels windy at the same time as chasey. So let's hear these three versions of the possible melody for section 2. Strong. That kind of loses the hemiola, actually, especially and the rhythm at the end. That one kind of loses a little momentum, but there's nothing wrong with using something like that in the middle, which we already talked about. Okay, version 3. I like that a lot, actually, for these, because like especially the last bit. Especially these guys, this injects a little bit of urgency. Like here we've got, oh, we're lighthearted and running, right? But here it's like, no, there's a guy with a pitchfork behind us, actually. Right? That's dangerous. And that sort of captures the dual character that I did want. This one, version 1, has that dual nature to it, but the danger is sort of reserved right to the end, and it's mostly just kind of ambling along. Version 3, that's nice, and I think that this will provide a nice contrast as well to, again, our section 1 scene setting idea. This is just telling us about the little nature scene we find ourselves in. Right, so we'll have a section sort of exploring that. It'll all be very charming, and then we'll transition into something like this. Yeah, that's a fun contrast, and they have enough of the same melodic DNA that they still feel related. So, mission accomplished for this first part of the program. Now, of course, it's time to actually get some harmonic thoughts in, as well as perhaps, spin these melodies out into larger sections. But I'm a little. This is a good place to pause. So I might stand up and take a quick breather, but come back because I do want to continue this work. Now let me go back to, let's put a little royalty-free knockoff on, so you have something to listen to while I'm taking my break. Does Bandcamp have a history feature? Like what? Oh, this is what you listened to today. I'm not sure that it does. If you know, that would be helpful. Okay. Here's some royalty-free stuff. While I take a quick break, Rooney. I can't get it. Oh, because Dorico's occupying the audio. Shoots and ladders. All right, maybe not. And it's so tough to get Dorico and OBS to talk to each other that I don't really want to mess with it. Okay, I'm just gonna stretch my legs then, but I'll be back. Okay. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Anybody new in the chat? Anybody in the chat? I'm so lonely. Okay. The most important thing that I set out to do is done, which is, or was rather, getting a motivic thing written for our second potential section. So we did a bunch of motivic ideas and then a few different melodies for section 1. We did a bunch of motivic ideas and a few different melodies for section 2. And let's think about this. So do I have enough time to do like an ABA kind of thing, or is it just going to be an A section and a B section? Remember, for this competition, we're looking at no greater than 90 seconds total. So here, starting at 55, at this pace, I could also do the math, but it's easier to just use the clock. From 55 to 112, so 17 seconds for these 8 bars, which means if we were to do 16 bars, that's gonna be, or like 4, if we were gonna do like 4 sets of 8, not 17 times 34, you silly goose. 17 times 4 is 68 seconds. So I have enough, if I spent 2/3 of the piece just setting the scene, I could have 32 bars. 32 bars is a bit long for scene setting. So maybe 1.5, let's say 1.5 times that length. In addition, that's about 42 seconds. That's half of our available time. That feels fine, especially if we make it a good sounding 42 seconds. And then this guy, right, we're working a much faster tempo. So if we got 45 seconds left to do stuff in this mode, that went by so quickly. 156. That's about 4 seconds almost. A little over. Call it 5 seconds. 5 seconds for 4 bars. So to get 16 bars is 20 seconds. So I could get 32 bars. I could get a 32 bar section out of this and still be fine. I don't know why I did all that calculation just now, but it feels like it helped. It feels like it helped. Okay, maybe it's time to move on from the sketch pages here and start actually putting from these motive sketch pages and start making a formal sketch page. So we can go. I've never actually made a second movement in a project. So you can't see this menu, but I've made a second flow, which is for the sketch flow. And that's going to be over here. All right, good. So now we're just going to dump in. Atomic Shepherd is here, watching the background but learning tons. Thanks for streaming the process. Yay! That is why I'm here. Like A, to get my butt in this chair and do the thing. And B, to say like, hey, this is the nitty gritty of like what this work kind of looks like and what I'm thinking about as I go. And I'm really, really glad that you are learning. Please, please, please ask questions along the way about anything at all that you're curious about. Because I would love to answer them. Truly. Okay, we're going to take this version of theme 1 that we liked, and we're going to dump it in here. We're going to remember to have a time signature. This is, what is that? That's a dotted quarter is 55 in 6/8. 6/8. Dotted quarter equals 55. A, and reminding ourselves that that's setting the scene is what this is about. Give us a million more bars. Actually, maybe not a million more. Maybe exactly as many as we calculated. So we could give us, we'd have at least 32, and then I don't know, another 12 for section 1. Who knows? Okay, the other thing we're gonna do is drop in this other version of this other thing that we landed on, and that is at 120, I believe, because this was, yeah. So this is dotted quarter equals 120. This is a whole new section, and this is like a brisk chase. Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna have an introduction of some kind to get us into this material. We're gonna have a scene setting melody, which we're gonna develop a little further. Then we're gonna zoom in on the brothers and have this little brisk chase thing, and that's all we're gonna have time for in this piece. That must be by law, by competition law, no greater than 90 seconds. Okay, is that all that I needed to preserve? No, I can reference this other page if I need to. Okay. What is the most important thing to do we've landed on the two main ideas for each section. Maybe, yeah, okay. So let's start getting a little bit fancy in here. Whoa, 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 Nelly. Little echo for time before we start. And then this time we'll go high. Something like that. Okay, so how is this gonna feel? Trying to get gentle, drifting leaves. Happy place. That still doesn't quite feel like enough time. We did one of these again, huh? Okay, hold on. We can fix it. Here is where we wish to turn things into a 9/8. Here is where we wish to turn things back into a 6/8. And this bar doesn't exist. Okay. Give it like one extra beat of breathing room here. That's right. Go ahead and add a diminuendo there. And this whole thing is oomph. Mezzo forte, medium strong. Roughly. We'll go ahead and put in it's probably going to be a solo violin sort of thing. That'll be very nice. I don't like how short that is. We'll make that long again. Right. Actually. Go ahead and add a little stress marks there. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. how do we make this repetition? How do we keep it sparkling? How do we keep it fresh? Yeah. Let's see if that's feels like a natural continuation. We'll do more with this dotted idea. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with continuing like that. But we really need to do more with this dotted idea that does show up here. We need to do a little bit more with that to help make a seamless transition into section B. So this dotted thing doesn't feel like it comes out of nowhere. And we're doing the hemiola here. I'm willing to accept if that's a bad idea later, but we're doing dotted stuff. That's kind of nice. And then this will do another 9/8, maybe. Another little extra beat there, and another little echo. Maybe. Okay. That's something. We don't know yet if it's really good for the section, but let's hear how those go together. Okay, that just needed a little bit more time. Here. I needed more time to breathe here. So maybe another beat there as well, even. Blah, blah. Okay, good. These little bits of time, little bits of time for breath are really important. And like, especially, I don't have experience doing this yet, but like, especially if you're composing film music or anything to picture, you will need to find ways to write in little bits of time wherever you need them to line up with a certain on-screen event, right? So it's a good practice to get into. Okay, I like. Let's see if that feels natural. Oops. Not the only. I want to hear all of it, please. That's nice. How long, because again, 90-second piece. 90-second piece. How how much time is this? This starts at 2:28. Actually, I didn't really like these dots. Okay, just that was 306, 228 to 306. So some quick math tells me 66 minus 28. That's 38 seconds. All of that. It's about 40 seconds, and like we calculated like 42, so that's about bang on. There's not a lot of room. Well, I mean, we don't need to use like a whole 32 bars for section 2, right? That would be wild. We'd probably get away with a lot less. But this might be all the scene setting that we need, with allowing for a little bit of introduction. So let's add 2 bars minimum at the beginning to introduce the texture, whatever texture we end up with. And that's going to add on another roughly just over 4 seconds. So that's our 42. If we only had 2 bars, if we only had these 2 or 3 bars, then we're like this. Then this is already just about the halfway point. But that's okay, because like I don't think we need a lot more environmental charming setting the scene than is already happening. Sort of drift away all through this, and maybe it's dynamically drifting away is a bit like the camera sort of changing its focus to our different whatever characters we're about to pay attention to. And then we need a way to get up to tempo and change our texture. But I like this change of texture. It puts a smile on my face, actually. Let's go ahead and drop this back to mezzo forte. I like hearing this change of pace. Yeah. Okay. So boy, all it took was like taking this melody and giving it a back half, right? Giving it one repetition, and that's all that we needed to do for the whole first section. Okay, there was some sort of transitional material. Fine. Let's see what happens when we try to continue our B motive. I mean, we're making great time. This is only our second session trying to work on this thing. Well, maybe we'll do another echo. Oh, does none of this... Let's put all of this in the key of D major, why don't we? / B minor / E Dorian / A Mixolydian. The two sharps key signature. Okay, and then these are staccato. Maybe just a stress mark. I'll change that. Oops. Okay, here's another situation where I might want to try a couple different versions of this. Because we could do this. And then maybe he's gaining. Oh, maybe he's gaining ground. Right, the guy that's chasing them. Oops. So here this was 4 bars, and then hey, I'm chasing you, and then but this version only got 3 bars, and then it's like hey, I'm chasing you, right? So he's literally catching up in time a little bit. That's something fun. How does this feel? Yeah, that's good. That's good. We're keeping things lively here. And then I hear this. Right, so G major here. We can make a note to ourselves, B minor. And we can make a note to ourselves, G. Oops. I didn't mean to have the chord playing active. I just meant that to be a note to self. But yes, good job, Dorco. Thank you for playing those chords for me. I like the feel of this. How are we doing? How are we doing on time already? So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10 bars at 120. 10 bars, each bar is a second, so this is 10 seconds. This is easier math. Let's make these short, because we don't know what's going to happen there. Okay. Each time, so the peak of this phrase is the A, and the peak of this phrase is the B. So let's just continue the pattern and make the peak of this next phrase the C sharp, and it's like it's climbing. It's like it's trying to get further and further away from the bass motive, right? Okay, so something that plays on these ideas. What if it was a rest to start? Now we'll do a Hear-Me-Only. This is nothing, but just as a proof of concept. Yeah, maybe. Okay, now it's time to go back to, this wasn't quite right, which is fine. Now is the time to go back to our ideas page and be like, wait, what was it we were thinking about over here? What was version 1 again? Yeah, I mean, maybe there's something to that. Wasn't there a motive back here that had multiple skippy bits? Yeah, this. So is there something? Maybe is it time over here to have multiple skippy bits? Multiple skippies. High C sharp we want, and also, what was the other thing that we wanted? What else did we want? Oh, right, and to use this thing, maybe. We're gonna copy this in here just for note-taking purposes. Right, so this is something like the version 1 continuation that we wanted. So just put that in here for reference to figure it out. So made to order. partner's getting home. Let me shut the door because I'm streaming. What should I do there? Oh, we want the little skipping effect to happen. How did I do this? What did I do to skip back here? Melodically. Yeah, so downward skipping. And then a melodic turn. So how would I do something like that over here? We would be skipping up instead, I think, to get all the way up to the high C sharp. What if we did skip here? Oops. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Come on. There you go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oops. Ba-ba-ba. Da-ba-da-ba. I mean, that's nothing. But we can pretend like it's not nothing. No, not quite. This anticipatory note is fun though. I like that. Okay, we don't like the turn back down. We want this to we want this to land here actually. And that gives us more room to get all the way up to the high C sharp. So that works out great. Now, we could also finally get it in right here. And it would feel out of place like this. Yeah, it's not quite right. Nope. I like the rhythm here. Yeah, da da da, yeah, da da da. Da 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 da, yeah, da da da. So climb up to the thing. Or maybe we'll overextend. Da. I don't necessarily like that chromatic climb. So maybe we'll do it like that. It's weird to have it, well, maybe not. So here the melodic peak was in bar 1. Here the melodic peak was in bar 2. Maybe the melodic peak belongs in bar 3 rather than 4. Maybe back up and try again. Hey, that worked out, actually. Back up and try again. Skip, 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 skip. Yeah, that could be something. Oops, let's go from here. That rhythm gets a little samey. What can we do about that? We could make this one the hemiola. So it'd be quarter, eighth. That's very fun. Let's listen to that. That is nice. I approve this message. Boy, we're having so much fun and getting so much music written today. This is great. All right, how's this whole section doing? And then we'll count the bars and see how many seconds we're at for this section. Okay, we can get rid of that because that doesn't do that. Okay, for the section, that's bar 22 to 34. So we're only talking about, wait. Yeah, 120, 2 of those per second. Each bar is 1 second long. So 22 to 34 is 12 bars and only 12 seconds long. We got a lot of time. And maybe he's catching up here. I don't know the notes yet, but he'll keep this going, and this will make the hemiola effect even stronger, right? Could be intense. Why not? Yeah. Maybe something like that. Okay, I'm loving this. This feeling, this time feeling. Sure, yeah. Maybe avoid that dissonance there. 6th. Okay, that's better. Add a little accent there to make sure that the hemiola is heard. Cool. And then we'll do we'll do, this could be interesting. Right? Repeat of the first main idea, but now in this new chasey mode. Bum, bum, bum. And maybe another anticipation. Oops. No! No! Eighth note, please. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-dum. Ba-ba-da. Da-da, 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 da-da. And this is the like, yay, we made it away from him. Disrupting, this is sounding very cute. Good. Yeah, this is the back half. This is where they're being chased away. Let's do a little bit. I want to hear how the whole thing goes, including the little scene setting stuff. Transition material. So yeah, that's interesting. It almost feels like it should be slower to really sell, like, hey, this is the thing you heard at the opening. Will they make it? Okay. We're at 120. Because like we also need to slow down in order to like feel like the piece ends. Like we could just rush all the way to the end, right? And done. But this could be an opportunity for us to just sort of get chased for a little tiny bit and then return for like a short recap of A to return us to the peaceful autumn scene that we were in. So if I wanted to slow down here, it'd be something like that. Let's check on our metronome. 96. Maybe we'll do, okay, we'll try this. Dot a quarter equals 96 by this bar. And we put in our writ. Which is somewhere in here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so what does this sound like? This is a lot of momentum very quickly. Nope. Bum, 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 ba. 1, 2, 3. Bum, bum, bum. Bonk. Okay. Let's try this without the writ first of all and see if this is something. And then what 22 to 40 is 18 bars and 18 seconds. That B feels a little bit out of place. We just do that, maybe. I mean, That's a cute little button. Yeah. That's just cute and fun. It's just cute and fun and good and nice. All right, I'm gonna listen to everything that I have so far while looking at this image, this art. See if there's something else I need to capture. Some transitional stuff. That really captures the lighthearted, chasey mood that I wanted for this section. So I am pleased with these results. What do you think, chat? I was saying that I really think that the second section really captures the lighthearted, chasey, Merry and Pippin running away from the farmer, but getting away in the end feeling that I was going for. Do you agree? Did we get it? Low stakes chase, yeah. Wink! We made it. Add a little to mushrooms. Yeah, exactly. Here, there we go. Wink. Not that long, just a little bloop. Yeah. Piano wink. Very cute. Hey, I've been at this for 2 hours and a quarter, and I got a lot done. Got a lot done this session. We did all of these motives and melodic development for section 2. We put everything into a continuous form for the first time. We developed we developed the A section into a section. We developed the B section into a section. What's our total time is what I would like to know. We're starting at roughly 2:28. I'll let this sort of play out and talk over it. But we're in really good shape. Because we're keeping it short and sweet. The maximum length is 90 seconds. And we're doing a lot within our short period of time here. And we're on pace. Today's the 6th of October. I need to submit a finished recording by like Halloween. And at this pace of writing, and with the solidity of the sketches so far, I feel like we'll have plenty of time to produce something really, really great. Okay, 3:37. So from 2:28 to 3:37. 37 minus 28 is 9. Is that correct? I accidentally put up the photo again. Get out of here. Did I close my calculator? I did. 37 minus 28 is 9, which means this is a minute 9 or 69 seconds. Well under our time limit. Plenty of room to add more transitional material if we need to, but this is probably going to be the backbone of this piece. So next time I touch this, I'll be filling out some of these textures with harmonies and counterlines and all that good business. But until then, thanks to everybody who hung out with us today, and I hope to see you in another stream. I'm producing an album of spooky ambient music specifically for tabletop GMs to use in their sessions. That is called Weird. That's going to be out in like 2 weeks. And it's very different from what we just heard. It's like the opposite completely. Very, very spooky. I'm excited to release that on Bandcamp in a bit, which I will link to the chat. Look at me being a smarty. So you'll see that when it comes out. That's a really cool project because all the tracks I'm making seamlessly loopable, right? So you can have it as background to your the scenes in your tabletop game without worrying about having to like hit play on them again and again. You can just set it to loop and it'll provide the atmosphere for that scene, and you can just change emotional gears whenever you need to as a game master. So I'm really excited about producing that. And so I'll probably be streaming a session of production for that again soon, maybe as soon as tomorrow if I have a session tomorrow. And I also need to gear up for a film scoring competition that's happening this month. And I might stream what that session is like as well. So lots of cool stuff coming up here on the Twitch channel. But until then, see you next time, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me. It was really great to have company while I did this work, because it's composing is very lonely work often, and so it's really nice to be able to open up the studio and share the process with you. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.